Today, what you are going to see is something amazing. Okay, and we're going to get right into it. We're getting right into it. But first off, I would love to know where you are joining us from. So type in the chat, where are you joining us from? Type it in the chat. I'm joining in from Lagos, Nigeria. So type yours. Okay, I've typed mine. So you type yours. Type yours. Let us see. Okay, type yours and let's see. Where are you joining us from? Adekunle is joining from Ogun State. Fantastic. Okay, so let's keep it coming. Like I said, we're building something amazing tonight. Okay, and if there is anybody you know that will be interested in something like this, or would benefit from a session like this, copy the meeting link and send it to them now, because they're about to miss a lot. They're about to miss a lot. Okay, and in the course of this session, I'll be presenting slides. You'll see materials. I'll build a project live. Okay, we'll build it together. Easy peasy project. And I would also be sharing all of these things with you. But the only way I can share it with you is if you fill the attendance form. So I can get your email address and we can email all the resources to you so you can build your own after the session. This session is also going to be recorded. Okay, and if you want the recording as well, ensure to fill out the attendance form once it is available. I'm going to share my screen. We're going right into business. No time to waste. Okay. So while I am doing that, okay, I can see people from Port Harcourt, Ogun State, Lagos, Ibadan. Fantastic. You're all welcome. I want you to type in the chat. Is this your first time joining a Analytics business webinar? Is this your first time? Type yes if it is. Okay, type yes in the chat if this is your first time. I would love to give you a very, very warm welcome. Okay, Adekunle, it's your first time. Glad to have you here. Abigail Omolewa, fantastic. Good to have each and every one of you here. And you can see Zulehat has just posted the attendance form in the chat. So ensure that whatever you do, you fill that form. So then you can relax, build along with me, because I'll need your input as well at some point in what we're going to build together tonight. So ensure to remain alert. Let's build together and see exactly where we are headed. Okay, so can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Give me a thumbs up real quick. I can't wait. A lot of people have heard of data analysts. Okay, but who exactly is an AI-powered data analyst? Is it just a data analyst that uses ChatGPT? Is it? We'll see about that. Okay, so AI is beyond ChatGPT. But before I'm really excited. Okay, so but before we get into all of that, let us set some facts. Let us look at some of the facts right now, because a lot of recruiters are looking for skilled AI personnel, and it's very difficult to find the kind of people that they want. The reason is very simple. The amount of roles that are available to be filled are much more than the amount of talents that are available for the recruiters to choose from. So for the recruiters, it's a very competitive landscape now. Okay, and in a few months, in a few years, the tables are going to turn, and it will become a competitive landscape for the candidates, and that is when the recruiters will start to enjoy. Right now, if you are an AI talent, you are in a lot of you're in a lot of bliss. So right now, 72% of employers cannot find the right AI talent to fill vacant roles. And on average, 67% of AI skilled roles pay higher than your traditional tech roles. And this is across 41 countries right now. 41 countries have reported that there is this shortage in AI talent. And that means that is a very big opportunity for you. Whether you're a fresh graduate or you're currently a job seeker or you're a working professional looking to transition or you're an entrepreneur, you build businesses and right now you want to look at, okay, what can you build with AI? How can you improve your current business with AI? This is where to look at. Or you're a freelancer, or maybe you do something like virtual assistant and me and you know that if you're doing VA right now, which is virtual assistant, it's a highly competitive landscape. A job opening comes out 2 minutes ago, about 100 plus people have already applied to that role. So where can you channel your energy such that if a job posting is made in the next 2 hours, maybe only 2 people have applied, okay? And the recruiter is not in a haste whatsoever to hire anybody because they know that the right talent is somewhere out there. So that brings us to myself. My name is Mohammed Suleiman. I wear many hats. I'm an AI specialist, data analyst, business analyst, data scientist, top tech trainer and mentor. I currently serve as the head of training operations here at Analytics Business. The ex COO of Nebiant Analytics, and I've helped thousands of beginners to become tech professionals over the last half a decade. And I'm still doing that. Okay. I'm still super motivated, to help quite a number of people. One thing to note is I've also worked across multiple sectors: FMCG, supply chain, HR, finance, healthcare, and the list goes on. And I work remotely from Lagos, Nigeria. So if you're here and you are interested in remote work, you are absolutely in the right place. A little bit about analytics business, especially for those of you who this is your first time joining analytics business webinar. We are a leading edtech firm, and what we do is to help Africans land high-paying tech roles in the tech ecosystem. And we are based in Alberta, Canada, and London, UK. Okay, and over the last half a decade, we've been able to help over 4,000 people make that transition from zero experience to their very first tech job. And we didn't make this happen alone. We have worked with fantastic industry leaders, industry experts, tallying to over 300, okay, since inception. And right now we have over 170 full-time employees. And we help Africans transition into amazing roles ranging from cybersecurity, data analytics, AI automation, financial analytics, health tech. The list is, numerous. So now let's get down to business. Okay, let's get down to business. Again, if you've not filled out the attendance form, then it means you are not. And mark my word, you will see that some people will still ask me for this attendance form very soon. Okay, so but if you've not filled it out and you're interested in my slides and all the other materials I'll be showing you tonight, ensure to fill out the form so that I can send that to you. Now, quick question. I want this session to be super interactive. So I would love that you use the chat box a lot. Okay, I want you to use the chat box a lot. All right, so it's a two-way conversation. Now, what is more important? Is it what you believe employers want from you, or what these employers actually want from you? They sound similar, but think about it. Which one is more important? What you believe employers want, or what they actually want? Okay, someone says what employers actually want. Fantastic. Who else? Who else? Who else wants to second Samuel? Who else? what you think employers want or what employers actually want from you. What employers actually want or what you believe they want. Which one is more important? Okay, which one is more important? Exactly, Favor. You are correct. Okay, what employers actually want from you is what is more important. So when we zero into, okay, what do these guys want? Let me paint a scenario. Say you want to hire an AI engineer, an AI specialist, right? And you have two candidates. This is Mr. A. Mr. A has 7 AI certificates, knows how to use ChatGPT, knows how to use Claude, knows how to use Gemini. And you have Miss B on the other hand. Miss B can show you 7 AI projects that she has done right now, and she can demonstrate it in her portfolio link. So she has a link where you can visit and see all of those amazing projects that she has built. Who will you hire? So now you are wearing the shoes of the employer. Okay, who will you hire? You are hiring for a job. Person A can give you all the certificates, while person B can show you the projects they've built. Who will you hire? Who will you hire? Who will you hire? Are you hiring Mr. A or Miss B? Are you hiring Mr. A or Miss B? Are you hiring Mr. A or Miss B? Who are you hiring? Guys, who are you hiring? Who are you hiring? Miss B. Everybody's hiring Miss B. And I think it's obvious the reason why, right? It's obvious. It's not as if Miss A is not as good. But because Miss B can show you workings, you are gravitated more towards her. And you see the way you just thought right now. That is the exact way employers are thinking. Two things they need from you. Very simple. Your skills and your experience. So whenever you hear the word competence, they're talking about two things: skills plus experience. So you need to have the skills and you need to be able to show that you have the skills. And that's where your portfolio comes in. Again, I am reiterating, if you haven't filled out the attendance form by now, you may not be able to fill it again. So ensure to fill it out now. And if there's somebody you know that should not miss this session, send them the meeting link, let them join so that they can learn what we are going to do tonight. So how do you build this competence in question? So you want to land remote roles, remote AI roles. You want to become a data analyst, but not your usual data analyst, right? Not your regular data analyst. How do you do it? Now, number one, you need to learn a high in demand skill. Now, when you learn a high in demand skill, and when I say skill, I mean AI skill. Okay, you learn a high in demand AI skill, and that would make it a lot less difficult for you to break into the space. It becomes a lot less difficult for you when you have the requisite skills. Okay, so a skill like data analytics combined with AI is perfect, because right now as we're having this conversation, globally 1.6 million roles, AI roles, are available, and the total pool of talent that we have right now is just over 500,000 when you talk of AI talent. And when I say AI talent, I'm not talking about ChatGPT. That you know how to chat with ChatGPT does not mean you're an AI expert. That is not AI, being an AI expert. Being an AI expert revolves around building real solutions for businesses. Solutions that a business will pay you and say, take my money and be going. I like this thing you've designed for me. Do you understand? That is what we call an AI expert. Okay. So, and this has created a gap. So it means that it's going to take employers more time and more effort to be able to get an AI talent fill a particular role. 72 employers are currently struggling. Like I said earlier, 67% of these roles pay higher. And that makes sense because the demand is very high right now as we are speaking. And on average, it takes more than 2 months from when the job is advertised to when they actually are able to fill that role with the right person. Okay, because there is limits to the AI talents that we have. Okay, and these roles are fantastic when it comes to the pay. Okay, when it comes to the pay, it's like forex money. Okay, I was seeing one post the other day. That somebody was weighing in on remote workers, and they were saying that, you see, remote workers are the ones that would hide the sweetest updates that is out there. Remote workers, say you should fear remote workers, that they hide updates more than any other group. All right. And I was laughing, okay, because there is some truth to that. I did not say it's entirely true, but there is some truth to that. Those who know what I'm talking about. So you see somebody just going about his day, and you're wondering, what does this guy do? He's a remote worker and he's living low-key, very fine. Okay. So, and it's just the nature of engaging in remote work. Don't worry, when you guys get in, you will understand. Okay. So the skill we are going to talk about today is majorly analytics. Okay, analytics, data analytics, HR analytics, so it is one of the leading skill right now. Many of you know the traditional data analyst, but right now, even as a beginner, a total beginner without any previous knowledge in data analytics, you can get started. And I'm not talking about your traditional tools. Now, even if you still learn your Excel, Copilot, SQL, Power BI, you are not learning how to code. You are learning how to use AI in these tools. And you also learn how to use tools that ordinarily a data analyst would not use. And we'll use one tonight. We'll build something tonight. How many of you want to see what we build? If I don't feel the energy, we're not building it. I'll just skip it and go to the. Okay, I can feel the energy now. Great. So we'll build something tonight, and you see exactly what I am talking about. Okay. Now, and these skills, if you can commit to weekend classes, which I'll get into later on. Okay. You can learn this in a 2-month timeline. You build projects for 6 months and you would work on your own for 2 months, like a mini internship for 2 months. And that's combined 8 weeks. Okay. You are good to go. All right. You are good to go to learn everything you need to become a data analyst. All right. And you learn amazing tools from Julius AI to Google AI Studio and the likes. Okay, and we've had amazing students so far. Okay, for those of you who were here very early, you would have seen Olusegun Agbolade. Olusegun Agbolade was working as an operations manager with a logistics company. His background is in finance, so he wanted more, and then he said, "You know what? Let me go into this AI thing," and then he registered for one of our programs in November 2025. He completed it early this year in January. And right as he was completing it, because of his diligence and how he followed our instruction, he was able to land his first tech role for a Canadian brand. He worked with them for 4 months. And then after that, he went on to build Luxerion AI. Currently, as we speak, Olusegun Agbolade is the founder of Luxerion AI. What does he do? He builds solutions for businesses. And that is why we are here today. As a data analyst, it's not your job to just build a dashboard on Power BI and then you're walking the whole team you're walking them through on how to log into Microsoft Fabric and the likes. We've gone past that. Yes, that is still relevant, but right now, the definition of AI, the definition of data analytics is being changed and redefined by AI. And you have to know how to build solutions for businesses before you can call yourself a fully fledged data analyst. So today, we're going to be transforming a clinical data into a solution for a hospital. We're going to call the hospital Wellness Hospital. It's real data, but I have, changed bits and pieces of it so that you cannot necessarily tell where the data is coming from. Okay, so this particular hospital, all right, what they want, okay, so they've seen my skills, they've seen me, and they said, you know what, Mohammed, we've seen what you can do. Can you build a solution for us? Okay, we want to be able to have a bird's eye view on everything going on as regards the hospital, revenue, patients, and all of that, and we want it to be easy to use. Power BI has stressed us. Okay, after a while, the IT guy has to come and update my laptop again because the dashboard crashed. Okay, one or two things, but we want something where we can easily go and we have everything that we need there, around our clients, around our data, and what have you. Okay, so, and we want to be able to answer questions like, where are readmissions usually high? What department generates the most revenue? What outcome contributes or distributes across the network? Are monthly admissions increasing or decreasing? So we want something that at a glance, it is easy to use. Okay, I can be able to filter, I want to interact. I want it interactive. I want it in such a way that if I am hovering around it, I am seeing more information about the data. All of these things, we want it. Build it for us. And we want an easy to use interface. So when people come to you like this, they are not talking about Power BI. They are not talking about Microsoft Excel. They are talking about an application software. And as a data analyst, you are not a software developer. But tonight, I'll show you how to become a software developer, even if data analytics is your greatest interest. So we are going to marry data analytics and AI together to design this application for the hospital. So what we are going to do is this. Okay, let me pull up. I'm going to pull up my tab here. Okay, I'll pull up two tabs. So in this first one, I am going to open up my drive. Okay, and here in the second tab, I am going to open up Google AI Studio, and you can check it out now. You can literally search Google AI Studio right now. Google AI Studio. That is the AI tool I'll use to build this solution. I'm going to build it in under a few minutes. Okay, with light work. I'm not going to stress myself. You see now, I won't stress myself, and I'll build this solution like ASAP. So I would click on Google AI Studio and open it. And when you go to Google AI Studio, it resembles something that many of us know. What does it look like? It looks like what? It looks like Chat GPT. So it makes it easy to use. Can you see that? Google AI Studio looks like Chat GPT. Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me clearly. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me clearly. Fantastic. So it looks like Chat GPT. So it makes it easy to use. So now I'm going to just go to my drive. Okay, I'm going to open this free wellness drive. Now I have put in some documents here, which I will be sharing to those who fill out the attendance form. Only those who fill the attendance form. If you're wondering where the attendance form is, it's in the chat box. It's in the chat box. Ensure to click on the link you see one of my team members posting the link. So ensure to click on the link and fill out your attendance so that you don't miss out on this drive. Okay, I'll put in the files. I'll send the files to those who fill it. I'll send my slides and also the recording of this session so that you can build yours. And when you build yours, I want you to post it on LinkedIn and tag Analytics Business and say, you know what, I joined a 2-hour session or a 1 hour plus session, and I was able to build this with Analytics Business, and I would want to engage on that post. Okay, tag me as well, Mohammed Suleiman. Okay, search for me on LinkedIn, you see me, tag me as well. I would love to see what you guys build. So let's head over here. Now, I have 2 files that I've put in here. First is my prompt, and second is the data set. Okay, you can see here is a copy. I've made a copy of the original thing, so I'll share these copies with you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to download this data set and then open up this prompt, copy whatever it is there, and paste it in Google AI Studio. But let's have a look at the prompts in a little bit. Now, this prompt pretty much describes what I want to build for the hospital. What I want to build for the hospital, you can see, build a single page interactive web dashboard. It says React.tailwind. That one is coding. So AI will do the coding for me. But I want to specify what it should use so that it is solid. So I've specified that analyzes hospital data for wellness hospital, a Nigerian hospital chain. It's one of the largest hospitals in Nigeria, and I build a solution for them. So the data, I'm attaching wellness hospital data, about 265 patients, 15 columns. I listed out the columns. You know, I told you what to do. Top KPI cards. These are the KPI cards I want. The charts that you should build. Everything, the color. Can you see the color that you should use for each? The filter that you should use. The data table, insight panel. So apart from just seeing the chart, it's going to build an insight panel, which is a text box summarizing the top 3 findings, e.g., what is the highest cost department? What department is spending the most? Department with highest readmission rate, I want to know. Busiest city, I want to know. So at a glance, I want to be able to see these things. So design, purple, black, and white. So when you get this prompt, you can change the color here. I am going to use purple, black, and white. So you can use maybe, I don't know, red, yellow, green. Maybe that's too rioting. Okay, but be careful which color you are using. But again, if you don't know which color to use, just open a new tab and search color hunt. Color hunt. Just search color hunt and click on the first link. Okay, you see a wide range of color choices that you can use. Okay, so you can now copy the color code and use that color code. Are you with me? So you can use color hunt for that so that you don't get into. But again, let me warn you about color hunts. Let me warn you. Don't say I did not warn you. Don't waste time on color and you still don't have a choice because there are just so many. So the first one you like, just take it like that. Okay, the first one you see that your eye meets when you get to color, just take it like that and move on. Okay, you will not get anyone better. Trust me, I've been there before. So let's go back to the prompts. Now, again, like I said, I'll provide this prompt to you. Okay, so I have the prompts. All right, I have the prompt. Somebody said the link is not going. Okay, my colleague is already listening to you. So what I'm going to do is I'll just do Control A. I think I have prompt for, okay, this is for Bricks AI. So I put a prompt for another AI, but I'll not be using this AI. I'm only going to copy the prompt for the Google AI Studio. So I'll just copy this up to here and copy, and then I'll go to Google AI Studio and I want to paste it. Okay, so I'm going to paste it. All right, and then I would upload the data set. Listen very carefully here, guys. I'll click on this plus sign and say upload files. When I click on upload files, of course, I have downloaded the data set. Okay, so I will look for where it is. So this is it, wellness hospital data set. Okay, and I will click on open and then it uploads. So you see it here. But before I send it to Google AI Studio, one thing about Google AI Studio is that there are specific formats that it can read very well. So because I want you to be able to accurately read my data set, you see this alignment, alignment icon that is at the side here. I'll click on it. Okay, I'll click on it. So it changes that CSV file to a format that is more readable by Google AI Studio. And once I have done that, I just stand on my control button. Can you see it here? This button here. I click on it and then I go to the kitchen. Okay, start to heat up a little amount of water to create or to make my coffee, and I just wait for the AI to do the rest. That's it. I just wait for the AI to do the rest. It's that simple. So as it is building, I can just keep an eye on it and be sipping my tea. Okay, I'll be sipping my tea. So it may ask me for some clarifications. So I'll keep an eye on it and be sipping my tea. Okay, so this is an opportunity for you to fill out the attendance form again. All right, so if you've not filled it out, you're having any issues, you'd see a directive. So something is coming up on my screen, guys. Can you see? Can you see? It says design previews are ready. So it wants me to select the design preview. On the right-hand side, you can see different design cues. So here you can see bold typography. This is elegant dark. So I'm not going to choose. You guys are the ones that are going to choose. So I want you to look at my screen very well. Okay, look at my screen very well, please. Okay, this is the first one, bold typography. Okay, elegant dark. Can you see it? Professional polish. Can you see this professional polish? Clean minimalism. Can you see this? High density. Can you see that? So which one do you think I should choose? Esther, you can't see my screen. Wow, that is not too good. Okay, that is not too good. Okay, but what you can do, Esther, is drop out of the call and join back immediately. Let's see. Okay, so guys, look at it again, because the highest vote is what I'll choose. I won't choose. Is what you guys want, I'll choose. Okay, so see bold typography. Me, I don't even like this one to start with. So let's move it out of the equation. Elegant dark. Look at it very well. Elegant dark. Can you see elegant dark? I kind of like it already. Okay, but let's check the rest. Professional polish. Look at it. See professional polish. Clean minimalism. Can you see clean minimalism? Then high density. Look at high density. So let's see which design is winning the votes. Okay, high density of professional dark. Okay, fantastic. Professional polish, fantastic. High density. So it's between high density and professional, high density and professional polish, right? Okay, somebody has voted for elegant dark. Guys, let's quickly vote so that I can choose more, so that it can build the dashboard for us. Okay. Let's vote quickly. Professional, let me click on it again. This is professional polish. Okay, this is elegant dark. Okay, this is high density. Professional, I kind of like the professional polish. Okay, I kind of like it. Okay, I kind of like professional polish. All right, so what should we do? Should we go for it? Let's go for professional polish, guys. Okay, should we go for professional polish? So this is what I'll do. I'll go for professional polish. Okay, professional polish. I think it's winning the votes. Okay, elegant dark. All right, I'll just go for professional polish. When you are building your own, use the one that you chose today. Use the one that you chose tonight. You remember your choice. So ensure to use that and let's compare. We'll see which one is better. If yours is better than mine, fine. So, but I'll go with professional polish and I'm going to click select this design. So once I click select this design, I can just go, I can go and maybe put on the TV in the living room, just enjoy myself and come back in the next 10 minutes. Okay, by then, this AI would have written all the codes in the world and built the dashboard ready to be shipped to my client. Ready to be shipped to my client. Are you with me? So this is the future of data analytics. We are there now. Some companies don't even know. Some data analysts that have worked for, you see, the irony is that the data analysts that have worked for the longest may likely not even know that this is possible. But you that are starting out, you can give them a huge run for their money if you can build solution like this. And do you know the truth? Businesses would naturally gravitate towards you because they can relate with what you've built more easily. All right. So let's wait and see. You can see on the left-hand side. So you're not just going to wait endlessly. Or if you look at on the left-hand side, you can see it is building, constructing filter bar component. And you can see all the codes that it is writing. I don't like codes. I don't like coding. I'm not interested in coding. Okay. I don't know about you. You may love coding. But as for me, I'm not interested. Just build it for me. That's what I'm interested in. Okay. So you can see it's building, editing files and all of that. So at the end of the day, what's going to pop out here is the solution. Okay? Is the solution for the business. Okay? Is the solution for the business. All right? So we just wait. It said designing the data table. So it is designing the data table. Designing the data table. So let's wait. Editing files. Editing files. So let's wait. It is editing. It is editing. It's editing files. One prompt, guys. One prompt and one data set. Okay. So this is the first version. We can expand on this. All right, we can definitely expand on this. But I want to show you a glimpse of what you possibly can do. So imagine you create solutions like this, tailored to what a business do. You reach out to that business on LinkedIn and tell them, hey, look what I built. You just need one person's attention in that business, just one person, either the HR or the CEO themselves, especially in a startup. So you target startups, you build a solution, a simulated solution for them, and say, hey, see what I built for you. If you want, we can talk about how I built it. Don't tell them you want to sell it to them. Tell them we can talk about how I built it in a 15 minutes call. You can send me a booking link. I'll book an appointment with you. If once they are interested, they'll send you the link, you book an appointment, you meet with them, and that is your jackpot. That is it. That is a strategy that you don't even need to apply to any jobs. Even if you can apply to jobs. So these are strategies that you can actually use, okay, to get clients, high-paying clients. You can act as a consultant. Oh, you know what? This is what I do. I build solutions for businesses. This is my portfolio. I've built this project. I built this for a hospital. I built this for a gym. I built this for, one of the largest supermarkets in the country. I built this for this. I built this for that. And you blow them away absolutely. And they're like, I like this thing. How can we start using it? That's what they'll start asking. How can we start using it? And by then, it is up to you to, if you are able to, okay, let me ask this question, all right? It's almost done. It's almost done building. You can see it says applying the professional polish design theme to the app. So it's almost done building. But when you see what we built together tonight, I want you to type in the chat how much you sell it for this business. So if you were to be the one instead of myself who had gotten this hospital as a client and you built this for this hospital, I would want you to tell me how much you would sell it to them. Okay, but wait, don't say it yet. Don't say it yet. Let's see it. Let's see what we want to sell before we sell it. Right? Don't be like those CEOs that will say the design team just has the concept. They've not designed it, though. The CEO is already selling it. Okay, let's not be like that. So let's see the project first. All right, then you will now tell me how much you sell it. Okay, so let's give it 30 more seconds. Let's give it 30 seconds. Okay, and once it's done, we'll quickly go through the other aspects of the session. All right. So it typically takes, I think, around maybe 10-15 minutes for it. So you can see it has named the project. Okay, Wellness Hospital Analytics Dashboard. Which platform are we building the app? Google AI Studio. Google AI Studio. All right, Google AI Studio. And you've missed a lot. You've missed a lot almost. You've missed a lot. So ensure the least you can do now is fill out the attendance form at least so that you can get the recording later. Okay, so you see what you've missed. Because if you don't, then you miss out. Okay, so while it is building, okay, okay, let's see. Let's go back to my slide. So it's building. I'll minimize. Where's the attendance? Don't worry, to be pasted right after your message now. Someone will paste it for you, and you'll be able to you'll be able to go ahead with it. Now, the second thing is you want to learn the right way. Remember, there are five things you need to do to be able to learn these rules. The second one, after I'll talk about the second one, I'll go back and check the AI and see whether it is done. Okay. The second thing you want to do is you have to learn the skill the right way. You don't learn from PDFs or by just watching videos alone. Watching videos are great. In fact, we will give you extra videos to watch and build. But that is not the only thing. You need to be able to be in a session and build along with your facilitator. All right. So learning the right way means you are learning by doing the real work, which means you are building projects like the one we are currently building at hand. We are not done yet. We are still building it. Or should I say the AI is still building it? Which one now? Are we the one building it or the AI is building it? That is one very big argument that lawyers are currently engaging in. Let's leave that one for the lawyers. But whichever one you fall in, the project is being built, which is the main thing. So you want to do the same. You want to build. Fantastic, Samuel, I like you. We are the ones building it. Because why? The AI was there now. Why can't the AI build it by itself? I had to be the one to tell the AI what to do before it started working. So I am the one building it, right? We are the ones building it. So those projects are going to serve for you as learning. As you are building, you are learning. And you are not just building and learning, you're also showcasing your project, you are showcasing your work. So you need a portfolio. Okay, and when I say portfolio, I'm not talking about Google Drive. I'm talking about a personal website, okay, where all your projects are there and you can showcase it to any potential recruiter. You may be even sleeping and the recruiter will go to your portfolio and, and go through your project. All right. So you work on so many projects, okay, with us here at Analytics Business. You work on so many projects, so many case studies, and these case studies are built based upon real world projects. Okay, we changed the name of the companies, changed some things in the data so that you cannot trace it back to the original source. Okay, for data privacy issues. So, but at the end of the day, you are learning from real projects real world application of these things. Now, before we move into number 3, which is getting projects, which is getting foreign experience, let's check what we are building again. Let's check what we are building. Where is our project? Okay, guys, we are here. Guys, we are here. Can you see what I am seeing? So here we now have, you can see Wellness Hospital Group. Okay, Wellness Hospital Group executive dashboard showing 265 out of 265 records. Okay, export report. So I can export this report, but let's wait. Chief Medical Director executive dashboard. Okay, now you can see data set active. Okay, total patient encounters 265. All right, total gross revenue 108 million plus. Okay, average length of stay 197 days. That's a lot. That's quite a lot on average. I don't know what you think, but this is a lot. All right, readmission rate 12%. That's across 34 patients. And you can see I have interactive filters. I can filter by department. Okay, ENT, general surgery, internal medicine. I can filter. You see, if I click on internal medicine, everything filters. 16 admissions for internal medicine. You can see how much the hospital, not, I nearly said how much I have made. So the hospital made the money, not me. Okay, so I nearly said how much I have made, but you can see how much the hospital has made. Okay, for that particular department. I can say, okay, I want to see this department for Abuja. How much have we made in Abuja? Oh, 500,000 naira in Abuja. 4.3 days length of stay. 66.7 readmission. And you can see it puts high alert. So it's not just giving you number. It's telling you that 66.7% is high alert for Abuja internal medicine. So as the chief medical director, you don't need to ask me to make calls. How many patients did we, how long did you keep patients in your own department, in your own division in Abuja? No, you are not doing that. You can be at your home as the chief medical director and use this. So imagine selling this in a 15-minute meeting to the chief medical director. Now type in the chat, how much will you sell it to him? How much will you sell this to him? So I'm going to reset filter. If I click reset filter, everything goes back to normal. Everything goes back to normal. Okay, so generally as a hospital, we are doing fine in the admission rate, but there are some places where we are not doing fine. And you can see the benchmark, 15. This is the target benchmark, 15%. So anything more than 15%, we are high alert. Okay, so, and if you scroll down, you see more. Okay, so first off, you can see the CMD executive key findings. These are the key findings. These are the key findings. You can see here, can you see something? High alert. He said, readmission risk benchmark. Internal medicine exhibits the highest 30-day readmission rate at 43.8%. 7 of 16 patients come back after we've admitted. 200K. You want to sell this 200K? Wait, naira or dollars? Which one? If I jump into conclusions, 500K. Please, guys, please do not ever do that. Never. Do you know the problem you've just solved? Maybe you don't know the gravity of the problem you just solved. This is something the chief medical director would have to make dozens of calls. And even after that, they can't get the insight like this easily. Now you've solved that problem and you want to sell it for 200K. Favor. Don't let me sanction you. All right. Don't sell it for 200K. This is not a 200K. Aha, now you're talking. Jamilu, 15M. That's a good place to start. Okay. And do you know the irony? When you say 15 million, they will listen to you. Okay, that's when they'll give you listening ears. That's the irony. You know, there was this lady that she built something. I think she's from Brazil. She vibe coded a page just like this, and she sold it for $8,000. $8,000. So the thing is, the reality is there is no cap to how much you can sell it. It is how much of a solution you have provided that determines how much you would sell. The problem you solved, how much pain is it causing them? Then quantify how much would they be willing to take that pain away forever. Forever. That is how much you should sell your solution. So please don't downplay it. Okay, this is a solution, and you can see as I'm hovering around it, I can see more insight. I can see readmission rates. You can see internal medicine, generally internal medicine, not just for Abuja, but generally internal medicine, cardiology, and all of that. So you can see where the things, and you can see the patients are now listed one by one, and there you can search for a patient. Okay, this is Amaka Okafo, Yusuf Bello, Femi Eze, Kemi Ojo. You can see how much they've spent, how long did they stay, the dates they were admitted, the department they were admitted into, the city they were admitted, their gender and age, you know, the outcome, did they recover and all of that, you know, readmitted, were they readmitted, you know, and you can see at a glance. All right, you can see at a glance. So they can also look at their revenue. What else? I mean, you have the chief medical director does not need to go to the office again. They can work from home. You have turned their job into a remote job. Okay, you've turned their job into a remote job with this. All right, so I can publish this. All right, so from here I can publish this to my GitHub. You know, I can publish this to my GitHub. I can publish it to cloud, and from there post it on Netlify and give them the link. So that is exactly, and it's gonna happen. This is exactly how, you know, it is. And guess what? It automatically builds it to optimize for laptop and for mobile and for tablets. So you can, that's another selling point. You tell them that it doesn't matter. You can be working with your phone, and this is how it's going to appear on your phone. You can still filter what you want to filter. You can see key insights, you know, on your phone. So this is how it's going to appear on your phone. Okay, and if you're using you can see landscape mode and the likes, tablet, if you're using your tablet, you know, this is how it's going to appear on your tablet. So nobody would see this kind of thing and you know, and you know, not jump at it. I mean, businesses. So this is the future of data analytics. Okay, this is the future of data analytics, and you can remix. Okay, you can make changes. You can still say, okay, I don't want it to do this. I don't like how this looks. I'll change the color of this. You can type whatever you want to type here. You can see make changes down here, right? Can you see it? Make changes or add a new feature. I can say add a dark mode, light mode toggle button. All right, and so on. So there are so many things that you can do. Now, number 3 is you gain foreign work experience. Okay, so you're able to show employers that you are the best candidate, because they will ask you, have you worked with brands in so and so regions? And you can boldly say yes, even if you've never left Lagos, or you've never left Abuja, or you've never left the shores of the country, right? But how are you going to claim that? The project you are doing in class, because of the kind of clients that the projects are designed based upon, you are going to be talking about those projects not just as classwork, but as work experience. That is how you claim work experience. So it's not ordinary project you are building. You are building work experience for yourself. And you can show evidence with your portfolio. And let me show you what a portfolio looks like. For those of you who may not be familiar with what a portfolio is. This is Anneke Frank. Okay. Anneke Frank. I love talking about Anneke Frank. I wrote his reference letter for him. Don't worry, we'll get into that. Anneke Frank, this young man joined our program, I think November last year, and then he finished his program February. Okay. And in May, he reached out and said, you know what, I have an interview. We prepared him for that interview. Okay. He came back to us and said, you know what, they gave me an offer, but they are asking for a reference letter. I wrote him a reference letter. Okay. And in June, he got the role. He got confirmed for the role. Okay. And he's currently enjoying his life. That's Chimere Frank. Now, this is his portfolio, what he used to convince the recruiters. When you come there, you see an overview of him. But when you click view my portfolio, it opens up all the projects that Frank has worked on. And you can see beautiful projects that Frank has worked on. Now, do you remember Mr. A and Miss B? Do you remember Mr. A and Miss B? Where will you categorize Chimere Frank? Which of the categories do you put in? Because he's able to show the project. And watch, it's not just a mere screenshot. The link to the project is there. So you can literally click on the link and visit the project and see for yourself what Frank has been able to build. In fact, let me send his portfolio to you so you can view it. I'll put the link in the chat so you can see exactly what he has built. So imagine you have the same. Now that is the kind of stuff you want to have to be able to convince recruiters. This is a dashboard that Chimere Frank built. So he built this. This is a Power BI dashboard. He built this for coincidentally a project. This is a project for the health sector also. So this is smoking health risk analysis, and currently it's showing for the heart, how smoking affects the heart. Now, and I have my filters on the left here. If you look at it, if I click on the human body filter, everything on the dashboard filters and starts showing me only information for how smoking affects the human body. If I click on kidney, it shows me information only about kidney. If I click on liver, it does the same. If I click on lungs, it does the same. Now, the big question is, tell me, is this somebody that just merely says they can build something like this? I mean, Chimere Frank is not here right now. But I'm sure if you have a job you want to give Chimere and you are a recruiter, you would want to speak with Chimere Frank. So it is the people whose work can be seen, okay, that gets the role in the end. Number 4 is you need to know where and how to get these jobs. Again, if you've not filled out the attendance form, this is my last and final call to fill it out. Fill it out, type down in the chat if you have. Okay, type down. How do you create this portfolio? In fact, if the title of this session was creating portfolio, I could have shown you already. We could have been done creating that portfolio. In 1 hour, you can create that portfolio without writing any codes. And you will build it in a way that you will need to pay subscription to keep the website running. So for free, you have that portfolio like that. You're not going to pay anything. Okay. In terms of hosting, you're not buying any domain name. So, and this thing is available and people don't know. Do you understand? So it's very easy to build. All right. Very easy to build. Number 4, you need to know where and how to apply to jobs. I already gave you one strategy. Who can remember the startup strategy? The startup strategy where you look for companies that are startups, then you build something for them, then you reach out. You know, there's a way you do it, okay? But that's just the overview. Now, that is knowing how. Okay. And that is not necessarily even applying to jobs because you are creating your own opportunities. We are in that era now for AI. With AI, you're not necessarily only looking for a job to click apply. No, you can create your own opportunity, even by merely just posting on LinkedIn. Just post your work on LinkedIn. It will sell itself. All right, it will sell itself. Okay. And one thing we also allow our students do is we allow you to put Tenalytics business as part of your job experience on LinkedIn and on your CV. And you put Canada or UK there, depending on the region you're targeting, or both. Then that helps your profile to be moved to the top whenever recruiters are looking for talent in your niche. Okay, it helps a lot. All right, but it's reserved for our students. And we also give you links to apply to jobs and also show you numerous platforms where you can apply to jobs. You have jobgetter.com, you have micro1.ai, you have Outlier. Outlier, you can't open it if you're in Nigeria. Okay, but there are ways Nigerians are benefiting from this. That's why I laughed so much when I saw that post that remote workers are the ones that hide the for lack of a better word, the most astonishing updates the most amongst any group of individuals. So even if Outlier cannot be open in Nigeria, Nigerians are making a good buck for themselves right now. Okay, but I'll reserve that for a later time. Okay, so we don't derail. Now, number 5 is you will need a reference. Remember, I said I wrote a reference for Chemere Frank. So recruiters are always want to see who can vouch for you. Who can vouch for you? This was Chemere Frank's professional reference letter. And you can see the date there, 28th of May, 2026 was when I wrote this one. In June, which was last month, he got confirmed. And right now, this guy is enjoying himself as a remote worker, working for a UK brand. And he lives in, I think, Anambra. Lives in Anambra. This is him. This is Chemere Frank. Lives in Anambra, works for a UK-based company, got the job last month. And got the job in June, rather. And he's doing fine for himself. So before I start, before I tell you how you can also take the step that these guys have taken, okay, to also get the kind of results that they have gotten, let's just give 2 minutes. Let's give 2 minutes. Let's hear from Chemere Frank. Okay, let's hear his testimonial. Because, I mean, majority of you here, we were to compare you side by side with Chemere Frank before he transitioned, before he joined Tenalytics business. You're probably better than him. You are most likely better than him, right? So if Frank is able to do this, okay, then you should be able to do it too. All right, you should be able to do it too. So I'm gonna share my screen now. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen, and you will see Chemere Frank. Okay, and once I'm gonna play his video. So once you see him and you can hear him, okay, when I play the video, ensure to give me a thumbs up. Okay, you give me a thumbs up. All right. So all right. Once I play it and you can hear him again, you give me another thumbs up.
Tenalytics business last year November to this. Hello, my name is Chemere Frank. I participated in generative AI for data analyst with Tenalytics business last year November to this February. I just want to use this opportunity to thank Tenalytics business for their support, the encouragement and everything during and even after the training, for the continuous growth and development that they have provided to me. During the training, a lot was being taught. I actually learned a lot during the training from my coach, and I didn't just stop learning. After the training, I continued developing myself, looking for business brief to solve applying for some internship, which I got, developing myself during the internship, learning as I progress in the profession, keep on practicing, because I understand that in this world of tech, practice is the key of everything. So as I keep on practicing, I was equally applying for roles that I come across with. So based on that, I was able to land myself my first role in the data profession as a data analyst. So I just want to use this great opportunity to thank and acknowledge Data Analytics Business for their support. Even during the interview, they actually helped in preparing me for the interview and everything. So it's a privilege for me. And also to my coach for his support. Anytime I reach out, he's always there. My coach Pius, I'm really grateful for your support and everything that you have done. Thank you so much. I can't just thank you full enough. I am really grateful for all the support so far. Thank you and God bless you. Hello, my name is Anike.
All right. So confirm you can hear me again. Confirm you can hear me once again. Now you can see that Chimere from very unassuming, right? And he was able to pull it off. Okay, so it's not rocket science. You just need to take the steps that you need to take. This is Pavel. Pavel was a teacher based in Cameroon, and he wanted to relocate to the US. And then he said, you know what? I don't want to end up in the US and start doing truck driving or a co-driver for a truck driver, or I don't want to end up in care homes, working there. You know, if you're familiar with care homes, you know that it sounds tush, but when you get into it, you would understand that you wouldn't choose that for yourself. So he wanted to travel and be able to, go for the big jobs. So what he did was he joined the analytics business, he did his learning, did his packaging, under our guidance, and he applied to jobs, did all the things that we asked him to do, and he was able to land a job as a healthcare data analyst with a company in the US. Okay. Similar for Bukola. Bukola had a background in HR. And when all was said and done, Bukola had two offers from the US, from companies based in the US. And you can, also watch their full interview when you get my slides. Just click on this link. You see, I've hyperlinked everything there. You just click on it and you'll be able to see them. I would have played everything for you, but I also want to be able to answer some of your questions. So, because of time, I'll be able to cover everything. This is Ahmed. Ahmed also got a reference letter from us. Got a job as a data analyst, support worker with the NHS. Similar for Zulai. We wrote her reference letter as well for her. Same for Adeolua. And these are people who, they were like you just before they joined in, and they were able to pull it off after, joining our program. And there are some misconceptions or myths, I like to call them myths, all right, that people carry around. That, oh, I need a computer science degree. Let me tell you, you don't. AI tools would be the ones to do the heavy lifting. Do you see that dashboard? Let me show you again. That dashboard we built together. Do you remember that project we built together? This one. Behind this is a very complex set of codes. You see this prompt? This prompt. Okay, so normally in a detailed class, I'll show you exactly how I even came about this prompt. Okay, I used another AI to create this prompt, and then I copy the prompt and put it in Google AI Studio. So you can use ChatGPT to create your prompt, and then just be speaking with ChatGPT. Everything you want, just be telling ChatGPT and tell it to to make it into a polished prompt. It will do that and give it to Google AI Studio. So even if it's your first time, you can create projects like this. So behind all of this, can you see React and Tailwind? React and Tailwind are tools for website and software developers. So you literally tapped into that because now you are not doing the coding. You are not doing the coding. AI is doing it. All right. So AI does the heavy lifting. So which means you do not need to know how to code or even learn how to code to create solutions for businesses. All right. So there is a code behind all of this. You can see preview code. Should I show you the code? I hope you'll not run if I show you the code, because even me, I will almost run. So I'm just going to click on it and click back the preview, because even me, I don't like code. So get ready. Guys, can you see codes? So normally, we would have been here writing all of this normally. Okay? But the AI does all of that, and we focus on delivering results. Are we together? So you don't need a coding background or a computer science degree. You don't need all of that. Okay? Some people say, oh, I'm too old or I'm too young. Okay, we've had a student of 19 years of age, and his mom said, and I admire his mom so much, because she said, you know what, I want my son to be ahead of his peers by the time it hits, the reality hits them that they've reached the stage where they should also get into the job market. By that time, he's way ahead of his peers. All right. So she enrolled her son for the program, and he did absolutely well. Okay, he's still going to school right now as we speak. And we currently have one of our students over 60 years of age. Okay. And what we told him is, look, if you have any issues, don't hesitate to reach out to your facilitator. And he reached out to me, and we're able to bring him back up to speed anytime he had any issues. So at the end of the day, it's all about, can you take advantage of the support system that Analytics business is offering? Right now, like I said, there is a scarcity premium. The amount of AI roles that are available cannot be filled, even if all of us were to be qualified for the role in this role. It can't be filled anytime now, anytime soon. But guess what? We've seen this kind of thing play out before. It happened with data analytics back then, when data analytics just started as a career path, started before AI. Okay, there was the scarcity premium, and then once everybody knew how to use Excel and Power BI, guess what? There was saturation. Okay, there was saturation, and now it has become a baseline. Okay, but right now it is happening with AI. Okay, can a 16-year-old enroll? Absolutely. Just let us know that, oh, you are enrolling your 16-year-old, so that we can monitor him specially. That was what we did for the other. Just let us know. As long as you let us know, we keep a keen eye on him or her. Okay, to ensure that they get value. All right. So one of the things I told the young man back then was, do not hesitate. I told you, nobody's going to know your age in class. So do not hesitate to ask questions in class. Okay? And if there's any question you missed in class, do not hesitate to reach out to your facilitator after class. Okay? And we kept on following up like that. And he was able to build this project as well. So again, can a 16-year-old enroll? Absolutely, Eddie. Okay, so between 2027, from next year and upward, we'll start to hit saturation point. Saturation is when the number of qualified talent is now equaling the number of demand. And once we hit that, it then starts to turn into a baseline. Recruiters will start doing shakara. Okay, they'll start doing shakara for you. Now we are the ones doing the shakara for them. Okay, the tables are eventually going to turn. But where are you going to sit and wait for the tables to turn? Because guess what? Those who benefit from it now, by the time the tables turn, recruiters will still gravitate to those same people that, oh, you have been doing this for quite a long time. You have a track record. We want to work with you. We still want to work with you. So by then, you start seeing entry level AI. They will start advertising entry level roles, and the pay will drop. We've seen it happen before, and it is playing out again. But this time, it is not going to stay as long as the rest because it is easy to. I mean, look at what we built. For us to ship it, it's just a few clicks, and we can ship it directly to our clients for them to start using it. Okay, and then we can now start talking about version 2 of that project where we connect it to their own data source instead of the Excel file that I downloaded. So right now, this is what you can benefit from. Okay, 8 weeks. Okay, Saturdays and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Sundays, you'll get extra materials via your LMS. I'll show you what your LMS looks like in a bit. You get extra materials that you can use to continue learning, building more projects, and so on. First 2 weeks you're building the foundation. From there, you start building projects all the way. Okay, and you also get mentorship. You will show you how to build your portfolio, your LinkedIn profile, how to optimize it and make posts on LinkedIn. Interview preparation. I spoke to someone today. She said she had an interview. She has not heard from the recruiter. And I told her, why didn't you tell me you had an interview? You have access to interview preparation. You have an interview coming up. You just tell us, and we prepare you ahead of the interview. Okay, and referrals as well. So you have referrals. If you refer anyone to also come enjoy what you are enjoying while you are in the program, you get a bonus for it. Okay, per person that you refer. So I mean, this is a complete package. Okay, so you have live lessons, recordings, hands-on projects. You have a community of people, and you have mentorship as well. Now, the program starts tomorrow. Okay, the program starts tomorrow. Okay, the program starts tomorrow. And for you to get into one of the programs, and I'll show you how to do that, it's gonna cost you 250,000 naira. Okay, but if you are in this session and you know dark-skinned Ella, if you know dark-skinned Ella, give a thumbs up. If you know dark-skinned Ella, give a thumbs up. Give a thumbs up if you know dark-skinned Ella. So if you follow dark-skinned Ella, you know her and you follow dark-skinned Ella. Dark-skinned Ella has given a 40, she's going to put 40% of that tuition fee, okay, for the first 10 people that are her followers that are here tonight that want to key into this. So instead of that, you'd only pay 150,000 naira, and you only need 50,000 naira to get yourself started. Okay, you only need 50,000 naira to get yourself started. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show, and that's my phone number right here. So once you've secured your spot, all you need to do is to send me a DM, and I'll show you the next steps forward. For you to secure your spot, you need to visit our website. I would send the link to the website into the chat now so that you can follow me and be part of the first 10 people to secure their spot. Okay, you want to be part of the first 10 people to secure their spots. This is the website link. I've sent it to the chat now. Okay, I've sent it to the chat now. Okay, so once you're on this page, all you need to do is to click on view programs. Okay, and it's going to take you to where all the programs are, and you can simply select which one you want. Okay, I'm going to select AI automation engineering, for example. I'll click on enroll now, and it takes me to this page. It's going to ask you to create your own free account. So once you've created your account, and you've confirmed it, it will bring you to this page. You scroll down and click choose your payment plan. When you click choose your payment plan, you'll be asked to choose your cohort. So you can choose to start tomorrow or with the September cohort. So you can say, okay, I want to secure my spot and start in September, but I would advise you to start tomorrow because there's no time to waste time. So click on that. And I'm sure you're staring at this 120,000. Oh, Mohammed, I thought you said 150,000. What's with the 120K? Well, if you're paying one time, you don't pay 150K. You get a further discount. And by the time you get that further discount, it's over 50%. Okay. Again, this is strictly for just those who are currently following um that skinned Ella, okay, and a part of the first 10 people. So you just click on which of the payments plan you want to click on it, and then you scroll down and click on pay. Okay, that will take you to the checkout page. So it's going to take you to the checkout page. You see your own unique account details for your transfer. So once you make the transfer, it's going to take you to the your learner's dashboard. So let me show you what your learner's dashboard looks like, and it's going to redirect you automatically to your dashboard. So I want to show you what your learner's dashboard looks like. So once you've made the transfer, it's going to redirect you to this page, and this is your LMS. Now on your LMS, the first thing you see is this welcome video. Okay, you watch it to know exactly how to find your way around all of these that you're seeing. But just to quickly show you, on the left-hand panel, you see your classroom, you see your lesson video. So these are the two things you would use mostly throughout this program. In your classroom, you'll be able to see everything that is happening in your class. Your facilitator drops a new item, you'll see it. For example, this is a recording, this is a class, you can see class recording, Telegram voice, text-based calendar management. That's a class, this is a class material, everything that happened in the class, you see them there. Okay, and then you also have lesson videos, which you can watch to create more projects and even prepare you ahead of class. Okay, so if I click on open course, for example, to take me to that particular course, and I can start watching self-paced videos. So this at your leisure time, especially on Sundays, you don't need to come to class. You just watch this, and you can ask questions on Tuesday evenings. You have a dedicated session. We call it support session. Tuesday evenings, 9 to 10 p.m. You'll be in that session, to ask questions if you have any. Then Thursdays, 9 to 10 p.m. you have your mentorship session. Okay, and I know dark-skinned Ella is giving a 40% discount to. Okay. My colleague just alerted me now that 2 of the slots have just gone as we're speaking. All right, 2 of the slots have just gone. Okay, so if that is you, congratulations. Ensure to send me a DM. This is my phone line here, 0703-215-8619. So as I was saying, I know dark-skinned Ella is giving her own discounts. Let me give mine. Mine is, if you're part of this first set of people, okay, the first 3 people, let me do for the first, or should I do for the first 10? Okay, I'll be having a live portfolio build session. Okay, and I'll contact you, inform you to join that session so you can have a live portfolio build with me. Okay, just for the first five. All right, the first 5, you can get that. Okay, so I can take questions now before we call it a night. I hope you've learned 1 or 2 things, but if you have questions, you can ask me questions by raising up your hand like this. You use the raise hand icon. I'll call your name and then you're mute, or you can just simply type your questions in the chat. So I can see Eddie's hand is up, but I'll go to the chat because I think I missed some questions. I'll see if I can go back and answer some of these questions before I start taking the hands. I cannot see your screen. Okay, I think that's so. Um, Natalie, how do we get the data set of real companies to work with before we reach out? You can get on our World in Data. You can get on cargo.com. You can get data set from there. Okay, look at their projected revenue. Okay. Well, again, maybe after the class, I have a question. Favor, okay, so Favor, what's your question? I can see it now. Thanks. Okay. Which other question? Which other question? Who else? Who else had a question? Let me see. How do we create this kind of portfolio? Okay, I think I already answered that. Let me see. Did I miss any questions? Can a 16-year-old, okay, answer that as well? Sorry, after my training and everything, does it qualify me for nomadic visa? So we have professionals that would that would that would walk you through, okay, if you're looking for a specific kind of visa. But what the training really does for you is it sets you up for the big jobs if and when you travel out. Okay. And if you're looking for remote roles as well, fantastic. Okay. I've spoken with people that will tell me, I prefer to just stay, work remotely, and enjoy myself. Okay. And those are the set of people that post on Instagram was referring to. They say remote workers. As you're seeing them, they have, very, very crazy updates and, just keep it to themselves. And you don't really blame people. All right. But yeah, that's that about that, Samson. I love it, but I don't have a laptop. You need a laptop for this piece because we're not coming to just show you PDFs in class. You're coming to build real solutions in class. So you need a laptop. But what you can do is you can, if you have a specific date, okay, that you want to get a laptop, say maybe if you can get it in August, then I would advise that you go for the 3 installments. So you lock down your spot with 50K and then say you want to start in September. And you use that extra time to get a laptop that you can use. Okay. So peace, if you want to explore that. Who else? No, just the fund. Hmm. Favor, were you the one that said you want to sell that project for 200K the other time? Was it you? It was you, Abi. So you see why you should not sell that kind of project for 200K. Don't even try it. Okay, if not, you still come and complain about phones. Okay, so that is the idea. So, but I want you to look at what you stand to gain, not what your situation is now. So, if you don't have the funds now, what other options do you have? Okay, is there anybody you can talk to that you can tell that, oh, look, I really want to do this thing, and they can offer some help to you. All right, I don't mind speaking to them. Okay, I don't mind. We've done that for so many people as well, and it has helped. So start to explore your options, not the symptoms that would prevent you from this as well. I think I got another DM just now. Okay, so 3 slots are gone. All right, so I'll take the hands. Do you want me to unmute my mic? If you raise your hand, I would allow you to unmute your mic. All right, but I'll call your name. If I call your name, then you can unmute your mic. Okay, so we're gonna go with Eddie first. Eddie, your hand is up. So I'm gonna allow you to unmute your mic in 3, 2, and action. Eddie, go ahead. Eddie, you have the floor. Your hand is up. Do you want to ask me a question? Okay, let's go to Favor then. Favor, you can unmute. Okay, Favor, you can unmute your mic now.
Okay, so good evening. So I was trying to unmute the mic. Oh,
Okay, all right.
my question was, I actually lost interest in asking the question actually, but nevertheless, let me just ask.
All right.
So I was like, I started my data analytics journey. Let me say 2 months ago. So I'm using a course. I bought one course like that online. So it's a self-learn course, and it's using it was with Excel as a beginner. I just felt that let me just start with that. But I gained a lot of insights in the class today. So, and I don't want to just work hard. I want to work smart because I've been hearing a lot about this AI powered class with data analytics. This lady to also talk about it. This lady that all these tech summits Deberani like that. Yeah. So I want to like change the pace of my learning. Let me say learning just with Excel or Power BI. Let me transition into like learning with AI. So from there I can learn the course perfectly. But it is what it is. Maybe the next course I will join. So my
Favor,
question
are you a
is,
student? Okay,
yeah,
ask a question. Ask your question first before you answer mine. Favor, are you there? Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yes, can hear you.
Okay. Favor, I can't hear you anymore. Seems Favor's network is dealing with her. You see, network can be funny sometimes. Just as she wanted to ask her question, can you imagine? Network decided that, you know what, I've had enough. Okay, so that's just an enlightened note. So while we are waiting Favor to come back, who else has me a question? Okay, Samuel has a question. He says, what if I don't have up to the set amount tonight? I mean the 50K. So what you can do, Samuel, is if you want to reserve, let's say slot 4, for example, because I'm sure somebody is here now that's going to take up slot 4. So let's leave slot 4. Let's forget about slot 4. Let's go to slot 5. You say you want me to reserve slot 5 for you till tomorrow morning before the class. What we can do is this. You send me a DM to this phone line, 0703-215-8619. I would temporarily reserve this for you. So I'll count it, okay, as part of those who dark-skinned Ella um, would 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 be taking the 40% off of. Okay, so by tomorrow morning, you'll secure your spot and then you can join the class. Okay, Samuel, if that does that work for you? Does that work for you, Samuel? So you send me a DM. This is my phone line here, 0703-215-8619. All right. So you send a DM and we can lock it down. Without the DM, you can also just forget about that slot. Okay. All right. So how do we cope with AI subscriptions? That solution I built just now, I didn't subscribe to anything. And the reality is you can start making money before you start subscribing. Okay. For example, I use the page ChatGPT. Okay, I can't imagine myself using the free ChatGPT. But there's still a lot you can use with the free model. Sometimes I toggle to the base model I use for some certain tasks. Okay, but when it starts making sense to pay subscription for an AI tool is when you start making money. Then it starts making sense to improve your work by using a higher and better AI model. Okay, majority of the free tools can do a lot. There is a lady I'm currently working with. She is building a YouTube page and she's not even using the paid chat GPT for anything or the paid Gemini. She'll create 10-second videos, teach them up together with CapCut and post. So it's about your creativity, all right? So don't worry about any subscriptions, Dominion, Grace. All right, so Grace, are you one of the persons that sent me a DM? Are you one of the persons? Yeah, your network went bad, Favor. Okay. I didn't get your question. It was right as you were asking your question that the network cut off. So do you want to ask a question again? Just start from the question part. Everything you said before the question, I got it, but just the question part.
Okay, sorry, I don't know, my network actually went bad, but I noticed that I was not asking the question.
Oh,
So
sorry about.
my question was that okay, I just started my data analytics class and I started last one. So I'm using a course I bought online. I bought the course I think 10,000 and I bought it online. So it's with Excel at first, just Excel. So I'm almost done with the course. So but I want to like transition into like a powered AI section, like the analytics with AI. So I'm not asking that is it like okay to just go to that part, or you advise I learn with the basic first, or do you also advise I just learn together with AI? So that's just my question.
Okay. So coincidentally, okay, what you'll be learning here also involves Excel. So we'll still take you through the Excel that you need. All right. We'll still take you through the Power BI that you need. But the major difference is that we'll not waste your time. For example, we'll not waste your time with DAX functions, Power BI. You won't waste your time memorizing functions in Excel. You'll be working with how do you use AI, okay, to do these things, to supercharge your output. And the truth is, a a company would see this solution and they won't ask you for the code. Nobody's going to, nobody's ever going to ask you, "Oh, can I see the code you used to build?" Nobody's going to ask you. And if at all they ask, so okay, this is it. So what do you want me to read the code out for you or what? So nobody cares really. What they do care about is the solution and how they can use it to their benefits. Okay, so you're going to be learning Excel. You still learn Excel. You know, you learn N8 and Microsoft Fabric, Julius AI. Google, so Google AI Studio that we use today is just one. Numerals. Copilot is there, Fabric is there, Chat GPT, Bricks AI, you know, and even more. Why did we put on more? Because the landscape is changing. At the beginning of the year, Google AI Studio wasn't part of the package, but now it is. All right. So we are also revamping and updating the curriculum in real time. In real time. So that is the idea of the whole thing. So you can go ahead and enroll yourself. Okay, enroll yourself. You're not going to miss out on anything. All right. You're not going to miss out on anything. Okay, by enrolling for this. So it starts. It's a beginner kind of package. We had the beginner in mind, as you can see, foundation of data and generative AI for analytics. So you're going to start from the very foundation, moving to Microsoft Excel, Copilot, AI assisted analysis, and so on and so forth. Okay, so I hope I answered your question, Favor.
Yes, yes.
All right, fantastic. Okay, so I'll see you in class tomorrow. Yeah, see you in class tomorrow, Favor. All right. Any more questions? Let me see the chat. Did anybody ask me any questions? Okay, so 4, or let me say 5. That will be Samuel's. That'll be for Samuel. So Samuel, okay, this is still hanging. Okay, so ensure to send me a DM. Just type something like, "Hi Mohammed, it's Samuel. I want to secure I want you to secure a spot for me temporarily to tomorrow morning, and then we can. I have a huge line of defense for you. Come tomorrow morning, even if all the slots are taken. Okay, so guys, this is where we'll come to the end of the session. Again, my phone number is 0703 215 8619. So ensure to send me a DM once you have secured a spot. For those who have sent me a DM already, congratulations. Okay, congratulations. All right, congratulations. So Favor, we'll meet by September. So is September when you're joining the class or when you're securing your spot? Two different things. So if you want to enjoy dark skinned Ella's subsidy, okay, you have to secure a spot now. Okay, even if it's with the 3 installment package, and then you select September as your cohort, and we can work with you. So in the absence of any other questions, we'll call it a night. We'll call it a night. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Cheers.